So, you guessed it, it's that time of the year again. We're in December, you know what's gonna go down. If the hat wasn't obvious, this wasn't obvious, then I don't know what is. But yes, welcome to what is supposed to be my 12 days of Christmas. Essentially, where I at least pump out 12 days worth of content in the month of December. It doesn't have to be daily. Originally, I was gonna do this daily, but knowing my schedule, I don't think I'm gonna be able to do that daily. No. So why don't start things off with something simple. But before we even get to that, I gotta say, oh my god, what is this that's in front of me right now? Let me have a look at that. Oh, it's my supersonic cable guy and my regular Sonic. What are you guys holding? Oh, the Sonic movie sequel and Sonic Frontiers. Two great things that came out this year that I really did enjoy. You know what? I'm actually gonna keep these up here in front in display because they were great stuff and I loved the two of them, not gonna lie. But yes, I thought I'd start this series off with a very simple video idea that I had, essentially where I go through my top 10 favorite snow-themed levels in Sonic. And so, I actually got a list of different levels from different games, specifically only the ones that I played. So games like Sonic Advance, some of the other games that may have snow levels that I've never played before, like Rivals, I think also had one. Did they have one? I don't know. Essentially, the games that I have not played whatsoever, I'm not going to be counting them. These are just going to be the games that I myself have played. And there may be a surprising twist with these levels, maybe I like them, maybe I don't, you never know. Which was your favorite snow level in the Sonic franchise? Let me know in the comments, I'd like to know. But yes, without further ado, here is, first of all, the hat is making my head itch, so I'm taking that off for like the rest of the video. Here is my top 10 favorite Sonic snow levels in the franchise that came out. Why? What? Roll the video. Just do it. Okay, so starting off with number 10, I got one that's a little bit meh on my end. I don't hate it, but I don't love it at the same time. But I thought I'd include it in this list either way. Starting off with Frozen Factory from Sonic Lost World. Now, there's a reason to why I myself am kind of meh with this level. Look at the level design and it's the same as Windy Hill. It's essentially a copy-paste, similar design. It's a long tube at the very beginning, and essentially it is Windy Hill just colored. Instead of being from green and brown, it's now white and blue to fit the winter aesthetic. I'm not gonna lie. Now that only goes, as far as I know, as from what I remember, that just goes for Zone 1. As for Zone 2, however, I don't want to talk about that level. You're literally in a snowball for the entire thing, including the mini-boss at the end of that. Yeah. However, I'll give one ups to that zone in particular, that once you collect all the 7 Chaos Emeralds in that game, you can become Supersonic inside the snowball, and when you become Supersonic, the ball starts glowing yellow. That's the only thing I kind of like about the level, so yeah. One thing I do hate about Zone 2, however, is the fact that it's introducing an element that comes into Zone 3. So let's just pop into that one real quick. Zone 3 is casino themed, to my surprise, by the way. How do you go from a frozen factory, where you can see in the actual first zone, it is a legit factory in a cold environment, to a casino? Like, how do you go from A to B and just like that? How do you do it? To which all of a sudden, when it finishes up to Zone 3, you move on to Zone 4, and we're back to the snow aesthetic with the mechanical factory. Like, I don't know how it works, the fact that you go from point A to point B and then you immediately jump back to point A like that. I don't know how, but it happened. Now, the reason why it's at number 10 for me is because, like I said at the beginning, it's more of a copy-paste from Windy Hill. Yes, Windy Hill is a copy-paste of Green Hill. It's the same thing. I'm tired of seeing it. Frozen Factory is just Windy Hill, only with the snow theme. There's nothing different to it. Except the ice physics. That, my god, I look fabulous when I jump like that. Alright, so for number 9, you're probably gonna be not surprised for this, but it's gotta go to White at Tropical. What is that level of Sonic 06? That level, yeah, so that's the level I'm talking about. It's one of the levels that I keep forgetting its name of. Now, the reason why this level is down at the bottom of my list, literally at number 9, is because, well, it's 06. Like, I mean, I'm not a big fan of Sonic 06. I've completed the game about 100% of it, 4 times, because you got Sonic Story, and you got Shadows, and then Silvers, and then you got the last story. So, if I'm not mistaken, you play through the level 4 times. I'll give one upside about that one level in particular. Yes, it's open world. Well, not really open world, but it's like very open. You've got an open space to run around in. I do like that. You get to explore the level. You have many different routes to go through, as long as the game doesn't bug out, that is. And also, to the context of the level. You are infiltrating Eggman's base. Music to me is just fine. Level, however, it's in the low tier list for me is because, you know, it's 06. I'm not a fan of 06. I'm sorry. Okay, so for number 8, we got Blizzard Peaks from Sonic Rush Adventure. Now I'm gonna say it again. Yes, it's down in the low area of this list, but I actually kind of enjoy a bit of this level. I'm not gonna lie. Essentially, this level is like, what if Ice Cap from Sonic 3 and Knuckles and Holosca's Cool Edge daytime levels from Unleashed had a baby? That's what I love about this level. First act of this game, you start off on a snowboard, just like in that, and also the platforming of Act 2 is pretty much just like Holosca's Cool Edge daytime level from Unleashed. There's no way of saying it. I'm sorry, that's just that. For its level design, like you're going through an icy mountain, you know, it's basically Cool Edge from Unleashed, only this time in 2D. There's like no other way of saying it. You're basically snowboarding on the ice down the mountain. You also grab onto these pillars, just like how you do in Sonic Adventure, by the way, to cross and platform. However, this time you're like spinning in a circle, and then you got to time your jump to move on to the next one. I kind of like that. And you know, even though it's like a low tier list, I kind of grew up with Rush Adventure, so I'm gonna give the big oopsie now, and I'll be like, I like it, okay? But it's at number 8 for me, because there's more levels that I actually enjoy, I'm sorry. Okay, I feel like I'm about to get attacked after saying this next one. Ice Cap from Sonic Adventure. I'm sorry that I just said that, but there's one thing that is holding me back from this level. The one thing that's holding me back is the cave music, the interior cave music. I think it's the interior cave music, I keep forgetting though. Why does it have to be so creepy? It sounds scary, I'm sorry, but to me it does. Like the outside of the caves and everything, where you're snowboarding down the mountain, like again, like in the first Ice Cap from Sonic 3, when you're like going fast and all that. That I do enjoy, but why does the interior of the cave, the ice cave, have to sound like something eerie? Don't get me wrong, the level itself, that's perfect in every way, shape, or form. In fact, I think it's also probably my 3rd most replayed level in Adventure. The only thing that just holds me back is the music, and I know, music, specifically it's just that track. The rest is fine, but it's definitely a level that I don't love revisiting because of that music. It scares me a lot, even though it's a Sonic game. Okay, here we go. At number 6, we got an actual level, which is not really a level to be honest, it's more of a track. We're going on over to Team Sonic Racing real quick. Now, I'm gonna say it again. Team Sonic Racing's levels are not really levels, they are racing tracks. They don't make sense to put on this list, but I'm gonna put it on this list because of a specific track that I do enjoy a lot. I thought it would be Frozen Junkyard. Was it called Frozen Junkyard? I can't. It was the one where you're like inside the cave. It's not that level. In fact, it's actually the first one you play, Ice Mountain. So that level in particular, you're literally going through Cool Edge from Unleashed inside of a car, and you also gotta go through a ship. And this ship basically has cargo stores on stops on it, and you gotta avoid it. And you know, it's practically the same thing 3 times in a loop because it's a race what you're doing. And as well with the music that's accompanying the track itself, which is, you know, a remix of Cool Edge from Unleashed and Reach for the Stars from Sonic Colors. That kind of like, oh man, it's definitely a zone or a level or a track that really gets me excited to, you know, every time I play TSR. Yes, it's a game that came out with an amazing soundtrack, I know that, but if I'm playing TSR randomly, I think that's just genuinely the level of the track that I'm mostly playing. It's definitely that one. Yeah. Alright. My first Riders game, are you ready? It's Zero Gravity. Ha! You thought it was going to be Free Riders. Well, guess what? Fun fact, it's not actually on this list whatsoever. Alright, so moving on to Sonic Riders Zero Gravity. The Gardens, I forgot the name, I just remember there's like a garden in it, it's got bees in it as well. Yes, it's not really much of a winter theme, but if you're playing the Babylonians story arc in this game, it is more of a winter themed level, and I'm not gonna lie, again, it doesn't fit, you know, the levels, you know, this is another track, but I gotta say, the music in this, you know, it's the same as the other one, except bam ba ba bam ba ba bam ba ba. Yeah, I like it, I'm not gonna lie. And also because it's like the second story of the Riders game, so essentially it's the previous track only harder. So that's what I like about this one level in particular. Track. It's not a level, it's a track. While we're at it, why don't we just move on to number 4, which just so happens to be the first Riders game. Oh my god, I can't believe it, I did it again. Another track in this thing. Well, let me tell you, Ice Factory? Yeah. Whew. Funny enough, I was actually introduced to Ice Factory with the Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Winter Games collection. There's a Dream event there, I think it's Dream Racing if I'm not mistaken, where you're literally just ice skating through the same level, except this time you're not ice skating in it, you're like hoverboarding, surfing. I believe it's hoverboarding, you know, the term of it, I don't know, because the box art says surf as well, so I don't get it. I think it's hoverboarding, right? Because that's what they use. They use hoverboards, extreme gear. They're extreme gearing. They're extreming gearing. There we go. That's the term. I want to put that in from now, just from now on. From now on, that's what it's officially called. Extreme gearing. Yes, that's what it is. That's the way that it should go. Yeah. And as well, you know, it's called Ice Factory. For one of them, it's not really an ice, it's more of a fiery thing, which kind of does go well, we know, with the contrast of fire and ice. I'm not going to talk about Sonic Boom in this list, I swear, okay? But yeah, having one of those levels literally based on a factory that's kind of covered in ice is, it kind of, you know, does really work for me. I really do like the music in this one, you know, and also because I was introduced to this one level in Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Winter Games of all things. So having to see this level like, oh, this is where it originated from, kind of makes sense why Jet is in the Olympic titles now. Wave. Was Storm in it? Okay, we're getting into the top 3 now. So this is definitely probably going to be everyone's top favorite as well. One of their top favorites, I assume. And number 3, I got Ice Cap from Sonic 3 and Knuckles. I'm not gonna lie. Sonic 3 and Knuckles is a game that I really do enjoy. My favorite classic game, that's gonna be Sonic 2. There's no snow level in that game, so we've got to move on to Sonic 3 though. Ice Cap, I'd already played Sonic Origins. It's kind of fun, don't get me wrong. Specifically Ice Cap, I find it as one of my favorite levels in the game. The fact that you start off in this very slow, not slow, but you go quick in it, in the slow act. And you reach the mini-boss, you reach it outside of the cave, you fight the mini-boss, And then all of a sudden the nighttime sky becomes a daytime level. Oh my god, this looks good! You start off on a hill, you go fast, and because, you know, ice physics, I assume that in real life ice physics would do this, but because this is a 2D game that doesn't have ice physics, it doesn't really work like that. But you go fast in this level, and I really love that you go fast. You're literally zooming across the ice fields. Like in the background, you're seeing a massive ocean with ice mountains and icebergs just in the ocean, and I really do like that. It really does go down a lot. As for the music, however, if I had to pick with the ones that came out at launch or the prototype, I'm gonna have to go with a 50-50 on it. I'm sorry. I do like the one that's in the official release from the original, as well as the prototype one. I do enjoy them both. They're kind of nice. Origins did up. I can't believe they did that. Yeah, and that's where I'll put it. You know, the music's a 50-50, but the level itself is definitely number 3 for me. Mwah! I love it. Don't get me wrong. Alright, so number 2, we've got, was it called Botanic Gardens? I can't remember. Now, hold your horses real quick. Hold on. There's a snow level in Mania, and you didn't know about it. Technically, it's not a snow level for its first act. I'm talking about that one level that is themed upon newspapers and all that for its first act. But then you move on to the second act of that one level. You know, I kind of forgot the name of it. Okay, calm down. Alright? When you get into the second act of that game after defeating the mini-boss, you're in this open forest area where it's literally just covered in snow. You got snow physics in this one where every time you get captured inside of a snow pile, you'll go slower, you sometimes get frozen, and you sometimes gotta use the ice blocks that freezes you to your advantage to like break blocks and go through stuff. I do enjoy this level, but however, it's definitely the music that probably pulls me down a little bit. I do enjoy the music, don't get me wrong. I enjoy the song from this act. But it doesn't come as close to the next one I'm about to mention. But before we get to that one, I'll say this right now. This level, even though it's not my top favorite, I do enjoy it. I do enjoy it as my second one. I'm not gonna lie. And then once you reach the final boss, which is literally a ninja, which, you know, kind of, you know, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. You get thrown into Stardust Speedway from Sonic City. How cool would that actually be? You get thrown into Stardust Speedway from Sonic City. So yes. As for the level itself, I do enjoy its environment. You know, you got tall trees, pink leaves all over the place, ice all over the place, snow physics that block stuff, block you. Yes. So I'm definitely putting that one at a number 2. Yeah. Alright, we've come across, you know, a few games. Most of them I did enjoy, not all of them. Not you, that's for sure. But now I think it's time that we talk about my favorite snow-themed level in the Sonic franchise. Holoska's Cool Edge. My god. Specifically, my favorite ones of the two halves is the daytime level. I don't mind the nighttime levels themselves, you know, they're just a little slower than usual, and also because it's constantly interrupted by the... But I gotta say though, the daytime level of Cool Edge, my god, it really screams this is like a winter wonderland. Like, you're running through ice mountains, you're running right through caves. I'm talking about the Wii version and the Xbox 360 version, respectively. Like, that's one of the ones I enjoy the most. I enjoy the daytime levels, and they both have similar environments, but they change it up a little bit. Like, in one of them, you're like most of the time in a cave. So most of them, you're sometimes like outside of a cave. One of them, you're literally running on water. It has you snow sledding at the very beginning. What? Which then leads you to land on top of a whale. I'm sure that the blades of that thing are cutting it open, but I'm glad it's not. Yes. You're getting launched by its blowhole, and my god, like, this is literally what if Sonic was running right through Antarctica, and that's what I really like about this level. However, the one thing that's definitely going to top me off, and that definitely made me happy when they were promoting Sonic Frontiers, was that they used the Cool Edge daytime music. God damn, this actually has to probably be my favorite track in all of Unleashed. Is there others? Maybe, but I think Cool Edge, or Holoska in general, I really do love its music. You get the daytime hub world, you know, it's kind of calm, cheery, cool. There's not a lot into the music, that's fine. But then you get into the cool edge daytime level. Oh boy, I sure hope you love guitars. And then I'm not gonna lie, as much as I don't enjoy the nighttime cool edge music, the hub world for its nighttime is actually kind of nice. I do like the lo-fi style that they went with that music. It's kind of chilling. I used it a lot in the time that I used to stream back then last year. I used that music a lot. I also used that music for my Christmas charity stream that I did last year. I used it for most of the streams that we did for that last year. And it's actually nice to hear that music. It's kind of calm, cheering, and every time you just want to hear that music, well then, wow, I'll probably be playing it in the background because I just wanted to listen to it, am I right? But yes, this was my top 10 levels that are snow-themed from the Sonic franchise. I don't know if you could notice, this was not scripted. I did not write this beforehand. Because I'm kind of late to making this video and I kind of want to do it on the fly. That's why you may have noticed that some of the segments of specific games that were too short, but then I went on to drag some out. So there's that.
And also because I'm re-editing this entire video because Michael got it wrong twice in a row.
Yeah. I'm kind of late into making this video. I've been having a little bit of trouble with my schedule. I've been at work, of course. I'm doing with that. I'm also in talks with other stuff. A lot of fun things are happening. I do have another Christmas Sonic themed video coming out soon. I still have to yet to record that one.
That video is actually out already because Michael failed this video, so I had to release that other video first instead.
So there's that. And besides the Christmas themed videos, we're also going to be streaming for these 12 days in total. Like, it's not going to be 12 days of streams, that's for sure. But to cover up at least 12 packs of content for the month of December before the 25th, if possible. I want to try and do that. So yes, that's all I've got to say about, the Crazy Gamers 12 Days of Christmas. That's the most unoriginal thing I could come up with, probably. Yes! And also, as you can see, I wanted to do something more Christmas themed. But hey, right now I just got to go off of this hat and, this jumper that I got off of the Sega shop, by the way, the Sega Europe shop. I got more on the way. I hope they come before the next video. Yeah. And we also got a lot of stuff planned that are just non-Christmas themed, so I can't wait to get started with those. In fact, one of the games that I mentioned on this list, Sonic Lost World, might be streamed at some point this month. I think I figured out one of the errors where for some reason every time I opened the OBS it would go in slow motion. I think I fixed it. If I didn't fix it, well then I'm still an idiot. I know I'm still an idiot either way, so yes. But yes, thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget obviously to like, subscribe, comment down below, share this video. You know what to do. What are your favorite snow-themed levels in Sonic? Have you guys played any of the games that I haven't played? If so, let me know. What are those levels like? Because I haven't played them. I haven't played Advanced. I haven't played a lot of the games that maybe have snow themes. So yes, and yeah. And yeah, don't forget to follow me on the socials as well. I'm on Hive right now, which kind of serves as a backup in case Twitter decides to go bye-bye. So yeah, without further ado, I'll see you all in the next one. Also, don't forget to join our Discord. We've got a little bit of a community going in there. So yes, without further ado, see you all in the next one very soon. And yeah.